Welcome back to more Sip the Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans, and today we're going to take a look at Xavier Worthy. And not just Xavier Worthy, the combination of Xavier Worthy with Patrick Mahomes, which equals to crazy work. And what I mean by that is the way they're going to use, or the way I think they're going to use Xavier Worthy. We all know what he did at the Combine, the fastest recorded time at the NFL Combine. And all that speed sometimes don't translate into the NFL on the field. Now, what teams have been doing to him early in the preseason, that's playing him a lot of man. Some have had success at it, some have not. Let's see what teams are trying to do with Xavier Worthy and how I think Andy Reid and Pat Mahomes are going to best use him to get the most out of Xavier Worthy. Welcome back to more Sip the Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans. Strap in. Let's go. All right, welcome back. Let's get into the Xavier Worthy film. Let's get started. I appreciate you guys joining me for this little look at Worthy and how I think the Chiefs are going to use him and what he's done so far in the preseason. He's at the top of your screen here. Got a little Kelsey in motion. And again, I mentioned earlier that they're playing him man to man. And again, he doesn't get the target and he hasn't had many catches this preseason, but that's fine. We're going to take a look at the usage. And you see, this man to man coverage by the Jaguars up top. And I mentioned it like he isn't just straight up running away from this guy. The guy plays pretty good technique on him. And, using the sideline as an extra defender. So that just straight up 4-2-1. It's a little different, when pads come on. And not saying he isn't a burner, but, you got pads on and defenders are pretty fast too. But the thing is when he gets over the top and when he gets one or two of those, passes, he won't just have that straight up solo coverage. That safety that's sitting in the middle of the field, this guy right here, when Xavier catches one of those balls, he won't just play the middle of the field. He'll have to start working his way over here, or they have to drop one of these guys back here to play too high, and then it opens it up for everybody else in here. That's the key right there. Even though they're playing man-to-man now, when he gets one or two of those deep balls, the whole defense has to change and account for him. Let's go to the next one. And this is versus Detroit. And this is what I'm talking about. See him work in the middle of the field? He starts right here. And that Detroit's playing a Tampa 2. And so this linebacker here is responsible for whoever works the middle of the field. And it's going to be Worthy. And he has to get to the middle of the field. Now, granted, this guy kind of drops out. And that safety comes over. But by the time Worthy gets to this point right here, all three guys have converged on him. So that's with three defenders on one guy. What's it say about the rest of the defenders for Kansas City? They're going to have the rest of the field to eat. See, look at that. With these three guys back here, look at the space he has, underneath coverage there, underneath coverage there. And he hadn't even caught the ball. He's just running deep because of the speed. And they know they got to converge on him because if they don't converge on him, Pat will throw that thing right there. And it'll be 6. If they don't. Let's keep rolling. Another play against Detroit. He's in your slide at the top. And again, just look at, even though he don't do much here, this guy's coming off of him because he know. And with that being said, you got your drop off. And I know it's this third and whatever, but if you drop this ball here and he miss a tackle, that's a first down. Because you got to pay attention to him. And it opens up for that first down catch. It's going to open up for Kelsey to get first down catches. Just the fact that him running deep here, it's going to open up all this underneath stuff. And he ain't got to catch but 2 or 3 balls a game. 2 or 3 balls a game is going to open up. And they already, and granted, even if they didn't have Xavier Worthy, they still going to eat up in the middle of the field. They're going to eat anyway. But to have this guy that can take the top off and you got to respect it, on top of the fact that they got Hollywood too, and I know Hollywood's hurt right now, the middle of the field is going to be wide open for the Chiefs. Let's keep rolling. Come back to this one. Oh, I'm right. And it slide to the top right here. Now, this is one what we used to say when I was coaching high school ball. If you get caught flat-footed, your ass is grass. Now, this dude and this dude gonna get caught flat-footed just on the hesitation move. Watch. Flat-footed. Just on the hesitation move. Shoot. It's just a simple misstep, a simple lax in focus, anything. And he gonna be going right by you. And that's why that speed gonna get you. Just a simple hesitation, a simple lax in focus, and he got caught flat-footed. Over with. Over with. And again, this is, they've been playing man, and it's been kind of working in the Jacksonville game and in this game, because the Jacksonville game, he only plays 5 snaps. I think he played 18 in this game versus the Lions. And they've been playing man, you know, at an okay clip. But this time he got caught flat-footed. A lot of traffic, a lot of mixing and meshing going on in front. And he was kind of half paying attention to it. Lowered him to sleep, then ran right past it. And that's not even Pat back there. That's the backup. That's crazy. So again, I just wanted to bring you a few different ways that they're going to use Xavier Worthy, and not necessarily just use him, but the way he's going to help the offense. Because you get him deep over top, they got to start accounting for him with an extra safety in the corner, and then Kelsey's going to do his thing. Rasheed Rice going to do his thing. Hollywood's going to do his thing. Any other receivers that they got, but those are the main ones I just talked about. Not to mention the running lanes that Pacheco going to have. The offense is already unlocked. He's just an extra tool in the tool belt with what Andy Reid going to do, and it's going to be nasty to see some of the stuff they come up with. I got one more play here I want to show you. I think this is right here. I forgot about this one. Is this it or not? Let's see. I want to get to it. This is not it, but I will talk about this one. Like this dude, he wanted to say this false start. Whether it was a false start or not, if you ain't running back when the play start, you beat. If you ain't backpedaling when the play start, you beat. No matter if he false started or not, look at that separation. It don't matter. And then on top of that, they in cover 1. And he's trying to get back here. If he don't get back there fast enough for Worthy, like, he didn't turn and run. So at that point, it's over with. Because he didn't immediately go sprint. It's a wrap. That's a wrap. He can't catch Worthy. At no point this free safety can catch Worthy. And I understand he thought he false started. He didn't. He got to be deepest to deepest. And he couldn't get there. He couldn't get there. You got all these different ways you can use Worthy. You can use him running deep routes. You can use him, running long overs. You can use him on the play action. You can put him in the backfield and motion him out to get mismatches. It's a bunch of different ways you can use Worthy. And I know Andy Reid will take full advantage. Like that route right there. If you get him, you get guys with their hips turned, because he's a very fluid route runner, he's going to be a matchup nightmare. Now, I didn't even mention the gadget plays, like reverses and stuff like that. So I know Andy Reid's going to have his full bag wide open to use Xavier Worthy to the best of his ability. And it's going to be really exciting to see how they use him. And again, he don't have to have gaudy numbers. He's just going to need to have enough numbers to make the defense respect him. And then everybody in red is going to be eating this year. I think Pat Mahomes' numbers will be back through the roof again, because they didn't throw the ball very well last year. But I think adding him and Marquise Brown, they'll be back to what we used to seeing when they had Tyreek and those guys. I'm not saying either one of those guys would be Tyreek, but I think they'll get back to putting numbers up like that. So I appreciate you guys for coming through. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. This is your first time here. Hit that like button and subscribe button, and hit that bell so you can be notified when the rest of these videos drop throughout the 2024 season. The preseason is almost up. 2 weeks away for the big opening night matchup between your Kansas City Chiefs and my Baltimore Ravens. And I'll see y'all soon, man. Peace and love.